Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another TEW 2020 WWE special here. Just a video looking at the state of the universe, the state of play, where we're at right now, Monday week 1 September 2022, post SummerSlam. You'll see from my articles, last night's results, it was SummerSlam Night 2. Big show, 174,000 at Wembley, lovely. Other news items, Triple H debuted a new catchphrase. I God knows, you know. No one plays the game. I don't know. Kevin Owens has a new catchphrase, which just came from him telling all the British people to suck it when they were booing him at the end of the show. You know, two new catchphrases for the Chosen. Yeah, that's you know, you got your news, and then show-wise, where should we start? Let's go at titles first. I think. What's the most prestigious title in the world? It's King of the Ring. Okay, the WWE Championship's the most prestigious title, and then the Women's World title, and then the Universal. Okay, WWE Champion is Kevin Owens, 57 days, nice little reign. Women's World title, Io Sky, 78 days currently, two-time champ. 78 prestige, 2 days. Decent few champions. Asuka and Io, the only two-timers. And then there's the Universal, which Roman Reigns did just win, of course, his second time with the belt, 76 prestige. Steadily been raising prestige. Thaddeus Ballard did wonders for it, as you can see. The WWE Championship, actually, how's the prestige gone on that? It has been rising. September to September, 88 to 91. So it has risen, it has grown. Which is nice. A little healthy growth, always good. Creative-wise, franchise players, Cole, Andrade, Fiend, Lynch, and number 1 John Cena still got in him, isn't he? Next big thing, Braun Breaker, then Logan Paul, Carmelo Hayes, Tony Storm, Rhea Ripley. Okay, Storm and Ripley, lovely. Hayes, of course. Logan Paul, of course. A lot of untapped potential. A major player, just like Braun Breaker. Hot prospects, Thea Hale's number 1, and then Braun Breaker. The differences between next big thing and hot prospects, Logan Paul, Carmelo Hayes dropping out, and Thea Hale coming in at number 1, the 18-year-old of Chase U, well done. Marcus Redden, a private party, who is currently injured, sadly, but he is number 5, so a lot of potential for him. Talk to Talk, Rock, Cena, MJF, Jericho, LA Knight, all great on the mic, I'm sure we'd agree. And then showstoppers, you got Lee, Rollins, Balor, Andrade, and no one else, because that is going to have to be edited out. Ring General got Lynch, Bryan, Rollins, Gargano, and Big E. Tyler Breeze is our most hot superstar. Good for him, insane momentum. He has done really, really well for him, our new United States champion. Happy for you, Matthias Wilde. And who's not, I think, is just Logan Paul. Yeah, everyone's doing okay. Doing alright. An interesting thing, actually, is I only noticed it after SummerSlam, was that tour company-wise, it's MJF, LA Knight, Lynch, Reigns, and The Fiend, which is kind of crazy to me. The craziest part of that is that MJF is our most popular full-time superstar. Our most popular superstar is The Rock, but our most popular full-time superstar is MJF, with a couple 92s, a few 92s, mainly 94s, and then some 95s. He's killed it. I mean, if I just go to his pop, when he came in, he was 61, 62. Made his debut, went up to 69s in June 70s, July 81s, August 92s, and now he's a 95, 94. He has killed it. MJF has taken the ball and ran with it. Our second most popular full-time star is LA Knight, 92s, 93s, 94s. He's had a great time, things, beating Cena, Bullard, winning the NXT title. And if I show you his progress, he came in back here in November, December. He came in at the 50, slowly risen, 51s in December, New Year 54s, 56s, February 59s, March 70s, April 80s, all 80s come March, come May, drops down a bit, but then July jumps up, 90s across the board, and now 92s, 93s, 94s. LA Knight and MJF are two most popular stars, which, insane. Perception-wise, major stars, we have Cole, Andrade, Becky Lynch, John Cena, LA Knight, Matt Riddle. It's interesting that Kevin Owens and Pete Dunne aren't here, but Matt Riddle is. That is intriguing to me. But Matt Riddle, I mean, he's risen incredibly, hasn't he? MJF, Orton, Reigns, Rousey, Fiend. I do not know how Riddle got this big. But since June, he's kind of stayed at the 90 mark. So well done to him, honestly. We have a lot of stars: Styles, Garza, E, Gable, Kai, Bryan, McIntyre, Edge. Edge, very popular, but not a major star. Maybe it's just because he doesn't wrestle much. Balor, Swerve, Jonathan, Keith Lee, Kevin Owens, WWE Champion, Kyle O'Reilly, Ford, Montez Ford, Pete Dunne, Mysterio, Samoan Joe, Sasha Banks, Seth Rollins, The Rock come here. Much like MJF, not much like Edge, I assume, because he's got the pop for it, as you can see. I assume this is just because he doesn't wrestle much. And Ciampa as well. A lot of stars. It's quite a few major stars. Well known. Pretty much most of the other people are unknown. Doing very well. Io Sky was major star, I'm pretty sure. But, as you can see, her popularity was nuked by that scandal. She worked her way up to 80s to 84s. And then it went down to 60. She went down 20 across the board. Thankfully, she's risen quite a lot. She went up +7/8 after her SummerSlam win. So, rising very nicely. Thankfully, back to where she was. A lot of superstars. There's some that have to be edited out, of course. Again, God. I have to constantly make myself little notes to say edit this stuff out. Oh, TEW. God. That is kind of the state of things largely, though. Looking pretty nice. Then, I don't know where I wanted to go. Give me a second to think. I'm trying to think. Let me show you around. AEW, 4th in the world. Tony Khan, delirious as the head booker. The world champion is Miro, who beat MJF. TNT is Trent, who beat Marco Stunt, who beat Shawn Spears. Tag team, FTR. Women's, Britt Baker. She beat Brandy Rhodes, who beat Britt Baker. Legendary feud between the pair. I assure you, the biggest companies in the world are still me, WWE, NXT Japan, NXT UK. NXT UK doesn't have a world champion right now because I told them I was calling up Gunter, and then they said I warned them, but they still didn't book him to lose the title, so I just had to call him up and they'll crown a champ. Commonwealth champion, God, is Kenny Williams. Heritage, yep, hasn't happened yet. Tag team is Drake and Gibson, Grizzled Young Vets. Women's is Zaya Brookside. Kayla Ray's a 3-time champ. Zaya Brookside's a 2-time. Good for her. Doing well. NXT Japan, Nakamura still reigns supreme. Has not lost that title since he won at WrestleMania 38. So good for him. Pure Wrestling Champions Boa defeated Veer Mahan in a Pure Wrestling Technical Masterclass, obviously. Tag champs, literally never crowned for some reason. And Saraya is still the women's champ as well. So our main champs are killing it over there. And just a final note. I love admin work. Medical-wise, we're missing some big names. John Cena is filming for the next 10 months. Incredible. I forgot. Actually, I've only literally just remembered it. It should have been in the What Could Have Happened video. But John Cena... SummerSlam was going to be John Cena versus Keith Lee. That was going to be the match. Because I wanted Keith Lee... In my mind, it was Keith Lee getting his big match, one-on-one with John Cena, and getting to pin John Cena one-on-one. Massive victory for him at SummerSlam. But then John Cena said, I'm going filming. And he left, I think, the day after Money in the Bank. So I had to pull it all forward. It was going to be one-on-one, but then it turned into the four-way as well. So Keith Lee has not had his one-on-one match with Cena yet. Maybe someday. But yeah, Cena's out for 10 months. Marcus Rowland's out for 5 months and 2 more weeks with his injury, sadly. Portela Muerte picked up her injury. She'll be back in November. Sasha Banks is on maternity leave, if you're wondering where she went. But it kind of worked nicely because Portela Muerte beat her and then she got pregnant. So it was just kind of like Portela Muerte really took her out, you know, which kind of works for most Muerte. Tegan Nox is injured because when isn't she? The Rock's filming, but he's back in a couple of weeks. And Timothy Thatcher's broken cranium update, 8 more months. So he's getting there. Big Tim's getting there. Is that it? I don't know what else there is to say. I'm sorry if you can hear any noise. I think there's work going on outside. So I apologise if you can hear any grating noise right now. But that, I think, is going to be it for today. I'm looking around. I don't know what else there is to say. If there's anything else you want to know specifically, let me know in the comments down below. Next premium live event is Bragging Rights. We'll be back in the build-up for that. And a battle for brand supremacy going on whilst, you know, in a world where can they coexist? In all the chaos, especially on Raw, with the Chosen versus, you know, trying to reign supreme over everyone. So much going on. You're not going to want to miss it. So why don't you leave a like if you have enjoyed and subscribe for more. Like I said, leave a comment down below. If there's anything specific that I missed and I didn't show that you wanted to know about, let me know and I will let you know about that. I will answer your questions. March and size, I'll just say Lynch and Rousey are top 2. Lynch, Rousey, MJF, LA Knight, Roman Reigns. And Lynch is far above second. 792,000 for Rousey. 937,000 for Lynch. Lynch is killing it, as she should. That is it for today. Hope you have enjoyed. Subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, anything you want to know. And as always, I just want to say, of course, as always, a very special thank you for watching.